짜짜라짜라. Good evening, folks. What's going on tonight? Sorry for the delay, but it is good to see you. What's up, Eva, Satellite, Manic, Lodrai, Arcane, Negaritep, Zem. Arcane, thank you so much for subscribing for 13 months. Very gracious of you. Nemrin and Ms. Roy and everybody else. PM Collector Boy, Ball of Work. Hi everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all doing. Oh, fuck, he's a hamburglar. Ash was here the whole time. I was wearing. Yeah. Stracer had a very busy evening. I was just sitting around doing nothing. No, I had a bunch of chores and stuff that I need to finish before showing up. I also need to charge my phone, so you're gonna hear a little. Right? Gonna hear a little. Right? There we go. Badoop. Hope you've all been well. I've been good. It's been a good kind of busy day. Brisk sales at the store. I went to my daughter's open house at her school. Walked around, talked to her teacher and a bunch of other folk. Came home. We had a yakiniku party. It was delicious. It was wonderful. Just grilled meat and veggies eaten right off the grill plate. Had some good drinks. Still have some good drinks, so hopefully I can drag my ass out of bed at 5 a.m. tomorrow for work. Battles over Destiny 2 lost, Warframe 1, no more new content for Destiny 2. Well, I mean, Destiny's been around long enough, I think, frankly. I was never a fan of the Destiny games. By all accounts, they were things that I would have enjoyed, but it just never clicked with me. I would try them on like free weekends and stuff, and it just didn't work. Didn't do it for me. So, time for Destiny 3. As you hungry for Korean barbecue now? Yeah, that'll do it. That will definitely do it. So yeah. We should probably just get into it, honestly. Since I straggled in here late, and I mean today was mostly working and everything, so I'll give you the schedule reminder and we'll get to it. It's the Power Hours night. So tonight and Saturday are a little bit special in that specifically I want to finish this issue in 2 nights. I want to start tonight, I want to finish on Saturday. I mean, looking at what we've got on tap here, I don't foresee that really being a problem, frankly. Missed most of the Cupid streams, long nights lately. No, I get it. I understand. It's busy times for a lot of people. About to be busier for me too, so. But I hope folks are enjoying Cube Escape. Rusty Lake. It's been good. It's been really good revisiting those games. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna see if we can speedrun this issue. I mean, we can only do so much tonight because I gotta end at 11. We got less than 2 hours to get through a chunk of this, but we'll have 3 hours on Saturday, so that should work out pretty well. Our goal tonight should be to finish the Nintendo Power Awards. Those are on. Yeah, you know what? That would be solid. That would be solid because we'll probably spend the most time out of everything on here. Yeah. We'll probably spend the most time talking about the Nintendo Power Awards. But yeah, in between tonight and Saturday lies Friday. Friday is going to be Indie Variety Night. We will be playing a variety of indie games. I've had to make some extra categories on my Steam because I had some indie games offered to me that I wanted to go ahead and accept so I wouldn't lose track of them, but I don't want. My night's stacked enough already that I don't want to like risk pushing anything else back. So now I have like a holding pen for indie games that will do like, well, not next week, because next week we got Satisfactory on Sunday, democratic playthrough of Rusty Lake and Cube Escape, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week are going to be open request nights. Now, you need a piece of heart to make it happen, and you got to let me know what you want ahead of time. It's all happening in the Next Game channel on our Discord, which is linked below. Not on my dick, but below this window here. Yeah, get in the Next Game channel. I mean, make sure you have a piece of heart to spend. But yeah, just request something that's readily available to me. What's the cutoff for your dick? Cutoff is gonna be, I think I said did I say Tuesday or Wednesday? Let me see here. Yeah, it'll be probably after our stream on Tuesday. Because Wednesday, I wanna leave myself time on Wednesday to get things organized. So, can I spend someone else's piece of heart? If they want to request something for you, sure, but it's only one request per person. So no, people can't sacrifice a bunch of pieces of heart to shop around different requests. You basically have to take somebody else's. I'm around for a while too, slept better lately, which unfortunately because of my GPG time. As much as I like to encourage poor life decisions, it is nice to hear that your sleep schedule is a bit healthier these days. I know I'm going for. I want to do a little due diligence and confirm how buggy it is first. Make sure it's sufficiently buggy for me to struggle with. But yeah. Anyway, let's get to it, chat. Oh boy, May of 1996. Oh, it's our boy. It's good old Ken Griffey Jr. He's on his winning run here. We got a 12-page spectacular on a game I really just could not care less about. Aside from that, Mowhawk and Headphone Jack, Lobo, Lufia 2, more coverage of Super Mario RPG. I am covering up a preview of the Mission Impossible Vaporware game for the N64. It didn't happen. What else is in this issue? Full coverage, Ken Griffey, Mowhawk, Headphone Jack, Lobo, Olympic Summer Games, and they're bringing back the hits, chat. They're gonna talk more about Super Mario All-Stars, as if they haven't said enough about it. What can be said? What remains to be said about Super Mario All-Stars? Good evening, Ardama. This cover is very much graphic design is my passion. Look where we're at right now. Just plain white. There's like 3, like, sort of, kind of, like, torn paper bands here for the 3 features they want to highlight. Other than that, it's just some really basic font and line work. Barely sold 2016, low of a 2005 game. This is a little jank. For the 90s is crazy. No, for the 90s, this is the dog ate my homework. For the 90s, this is, oh shit, I forgot we're sending it to the printers in like an hour. All right, I've invented minimalism. Because yeah, this has nothing, literally nothing in common with like any other table of contents in any other issue of Nintendo. So enjoy it, chat. I can't be assured that Nintendo Power's layout designer will be this. I mean, look at this. This band going here doesn't even continue behind Ken Griffey. They just slapped his ass up here on top of this. Really wish that Ken Griffey page grab was the TOC. In the 90s were suffocating. I mean, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. 5 special features this month. Making of Mission Impossible, which, what is there to tell? Because it didn't happen. Nintendo Power Award winners. Something called Blood of the Chozo. I might know what this is. It'll be interesting either way. College Slam codes and cyber jocks. I guess they got started with cyberbullying early. Guess it was pretty hard. Epic Center's gonna be news and strategies, and between that, part 2, there's Super Mario RPG coverage and Lufia 2. which might be the most notable game on this list, and then every issue is every issue. So let's get to it, chat. Let's make it happen. Let's get to getting. Requests are open. I just out of habit, I'm leaving the call a vote option open. I don't know when we'll be able to get to our short list of games that have won their votes, but someday we will. And if you really want to add to that with something you find tonight, you can. It's 4:50 on a Friday night and happy hour starting soon. Yeah, clearly. Killer Instinct 2 just hit the arcades and we're already getting raves from readers. What do you think of this hot new game? Again, I don't really care. I really don't care about what people think about KI2. I think it rules, far more advanced than the first one. I want to brag about the best company on earth, Nintendo. This person spent $25 in the arcade on it. Yikes. Right now, there are no plans to directly translate KI2 for the Nintendo 64, but there will be a KI game incorporating characters and moves from KI2 and more. Killer Instinct Gold. We know that. This person thinks Nintendo Power has gotten worse. No. Oh no, I misread this. This person was offended that somebody else thought the magazine is getting worse, is getting better. I know KI1 was successful. I don't reach the same kind of love for KI2. Having never really played either of them, I can't speak to their quality or the evolution between them, unfortunately. Wow, this Charles Summers guy really set some of these nerds off. Let's see. They got a repeat right. So this person mentions, I appreciate Sarah Labrie's letter in volume 77 about girls not being wimpy. I know some girls in my school are very tough, especially when I'm trying to persuade to go on a Valentine's Day dance with me. Okay. And then Sarah Labrie wrote in again. It's just defending her stance. Industry plan. Okay. How mad do y'all want to be tonight? How mad do you want to be tonight? Because this next one's a real blood boiler. Big Mad? We doing Big Mad tonight, Dave? All right, brace yourselves. This one's gonna be rough. This is gonna be a full course meal in 90s chauvinism right here. And I quote, "Quit printing these stupid letters about the portrayal of women in video games. I would like to put this issue to rest right now by saying 3 things. 1, there are a heck of a lot more male video game players out there than female ones. Therefore, companies try to make games more appealing to guys by making the hero male and all the girls very attractive. 2, I don't know where this idea that the captured princess is any sort of wimp came from. So what if she got captured by a giant turtle? That could happen to anyone. And 3, finally, there's always a complaint that all the girls in games have perfect bodies and don't wear much. Have you ever noticed what the guys look like?" Thank you, Colin Wallert from Rutherford, New Jersey, for wiping your ass with a piece of paper and mailing it out to Nintendo Power. Yep, that did it. Finally, someone advocating for ethics in video game journalism. You can kind of see the proto-gators in these old things. I think Colin is white. Yeah, could happen to anyone, yet somehow it doesn't. Strange that. Isn't that odd? You just know this guy would point to Mario is missing when pressed on the topic.
Nintendo games can't be sexist because Mario got kidnapped that one time.
Sure has imprisoned by a giant turtle just last week. Proto-Gator sounds cool. It does. It does. Until they start whining about women having the temerity to design video games. And that's like, oh, this is not what I wanted at all. This isn't what anybody wanted. Well, we know with the benefit of hindsight and historical data, we know number one is just flat out false. This was a fiction that both publishers and players were pushing themselves. And it was also a self-fulfilling prophecy. Companies didn't advertise to women. The advertising they did put out was offensive or off-putting to women. Therefore, women were less inclined to play games, and they could claim, "Oh, no women play games. It's a male-dominated hobby," when it never really was. 2 has already been debunked by Nemrin, and 3, I hate this one. I hate this one because I've heard otherwise perfectly rational people parrot this. And no, the sexualization of males and females are not equivalent. And they never have been in our society because context exists. Historical trends exist. Like power dynamics, differences in social power have always existed. Like having a naked dude and a naked lady right next to each other, you don't have two equivalent presences there. Yeah, there's no equivalent to the male gaze. There isn't. Like perceptions and connotations around that very wild, they're completely different. So yeah. Basically, this letter is entirely drivel, but it does give you a depressing and maybe even a little terrifying window into what I would put forth as the average male gamer's perception of the industry at the time. But there is an equivalent to the male gaze. I mean, I will cop to the fact that I probably shared some of these opinions at the time, and it took many years and many diverse experiences to divest me of them. So still objectification, but I mean that's a big angle of it too, is that a lot of men are completely okay with being objectified because it doesn't happen in the same ways and in the same volume and in the same context that it does to women. It's apples and oranges. Case in point, oh, this ought to be good. Yup. PC Gamer was chock full of these ads. Absolutely chock full of them. You know what's extra hilarious is this is an ad for Battlecruiser 3000, which is what's his name? Like the most not mad guy in video games. Derek Smart, thank you. Derek Smart. Yep. Remember that Battlecruiser ad from the German PC Player mag? Yeah. I remember so many ads so many ads of like some dude just like jerking his joystick to like Doom or Quake or some first-person shooter or something, with some like scantily clad supermodel being like in the background, and like, you know, ad print is like, it's better than, you know, this game is better than sex. I mean, who is that targeted at? Who is that meant to appeal to? I thought it was gonna be Rip James Sunderland. No, you can't say it 3 times. Yeah, it was the perception, the fiction that was pushed to kind of manifest into reality is that it is and always was a male-dominated hobby, which, I mean, I've never understood the need to gatekeep. I've never fully understood gatekeeping to begin with. It's only gotten harder for me to understand as I've gotten older, because like the importance of having like a diverse group supporting your hobby to ensure that it remains like rich and healthy and like evolves. Like, this kind of gatekeeping is just utterly self-defeating. I don't get it. Yeah, you always want new blood. So yeah. Anyway, I think we're all good and heated at this point. Let's skate through the rest of these, I hope. Here's a person suggesting a game based on the adventures of Ulysses. Pretty sure that exists somewhere. This person rediscovered Super Metroid. Great old game. It's a person in 1996 calling Super Metroid retro. Last time I gatekept, the great god Zool came into being. But were you the gatekeeper or the key master? It's an important distinction, as it turns out. Concerned about the future of your magazine. We don't want rumors, we want comics. Player's Pulse is just fine. Call me strange, but I actually enjoyed that picture of the dog reading. I love my Super NES. I'm a female in my 40s, so go figure. Greetings, fellow female. I don't feel video games are harmful to children if age appropriate. Do you have super clever ads to tempt people to subscribe? I think the new arena is awesome. Battlezone is really cool. I like the changes in Nintendo Power. Oh my god, there's a person being tortured by the Virtual Boy. Here's the Volume 76 Grand Prize winner. Went to Seattle. Was treated to a Sonic Spurs game. And then went to NOA. Oh, poor Daniel. Picked up a stack of Virtual Boy games. And played pre-release copies of Bound High and Dragon Hopper. Wow. One of the few people on Earth who was able to do that for the longest time. Well, she's clearly fake. Colin, probably. Played some KI too. That's all pretty cool. I think the new binding is a significant improvement. It feels a lot cheaper. Okay, power charts. What's going on? DKC2 remains the greatest game of all time, bar none. Chrono Trigger in second place, up from 5th. Link to the Past in 3rd. Yoshi's Island, Final Fantasy 3, now known as Final Fantasy 6. Super Mario RPG jumping all the way up to 6th. Then Super Metroid, Killer Instinct, Donkey Kong Country, Earthworm Jim 2. Mega Man X3, Super Mario Kart, Mortal Kombat 3, Civilization being on here is kind of cool. NBA Jam Tournament Edition, Earthbound, Secret of Evermore, Uniracers came back out of nowhere for only the 2nd time in their history. Ken Griffey the First, and Secret of Mana. Game Boy is calcified at this point. Yeah, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Metroid, Tetris, Dr. Mario, Mario Land 2, Wario Land, Kirby's Dream Land 2, Donkey Kong, Defender Joust. And then Virtual Boy Top 5, who fucking cares? Nobody does. Top 5 RPGs! Nintendo Power Readers give a big thumbs up to Super Mario RPG, one of the most eagerly anticipated packs of the year. Meanwhile, Breath of Fire 2 loyalists push it way up the charts. However, number 1 is Chrono Trigger. And number 2 is Final Fantasy 3. And number 3 is Super Mario RPG. And then Breath of Fire 2. And then Earthbound in last place. Classic arcade GB ports keep finding their way on the list. They do, yeah, they do. Well, actually, Defender Joust is new, according to them, unless they just forgot it showed up before. And then the most wanted, number 4 is the X-Band modem. Number 5, people still want Dragon Quest 6. I am so sorry, folks. Number 9 is Virtual Boy. It is what it always is, chat. There's just not going to be much going on in the power charts because not that many new Super NES games are coming out. There's virtually no new Game Boy games coming out, and there are literally no new Virtual Boys coming out. Did I say Game Boy? Pretty much no new Game Boy games. Definitely no new Virtual Boy games. Moving on. Baseballs, man. Ken Griffey Jr. is winning around the hottest baseball video game ever made for a 16-bit system, and they're not just saying that because it's first party. Packed with revolutionary programming techniques and innovations. Sounds like raindrops keep falling on my head. This is from Aerobiz. This is one of the tunes from Aerobiz. Most sports games are like most sports game sequels are like leftovers. Strip away the spicy new stats, served on a bed of minor programming tweaks, and it's the same warmed over version of a game you had before. Winning Run features over 700 individual players, 15 authentic ballparks, all three-dimensionally rendered using advanced computer modeling, ACM. That's your Donkey Kong tech, chat. Action is smooth and realistic with over 4,500 frames of animation in the game. Every ballpark is modeled in cutting-edge alias software and reproduced down to the finest details. You'll hear individual shouts from the crowd and even the occasional cry of popcorn or peanuts from a roaming vendor. 4 modes of play. I mean, this is an interesting view. Like, did they actually have... Surely they didn't have actual, like, widescreen support for this game, but they're making it look like it. And then they got... I have some questions, chat. Are these names real? Did the Orioles in 1996 have a player named Trix McGee? Did the Angels have King Crockett and Cobra Canes? Did the Chicago White Sox have Big Magoo? According to this, the Mariners had a guy named Bolt Lightning. Johnny Boner was a great outfield. Like, they can't be serious. Crush Faraza, Crazy Calhoun, Bud Bushman, Blazer Brown, Jimmy Stealth, Henry Hoodwink, Mac Almighty, Nate Nitro, Some fucking lazy town ass names. Tag yourselves, chat. I want to be Jet Salisbury. I do know the tale of Dick Trickle. I do know that one is authentic. Jet Salisbury. I'm sorry, I'm gonna look this up. Jet Salisbury is a contemporary romance author. Okay. Okay, I got confirmation. These are indeed made-up characters. They just made up a bunch of dudes for this game. Frank Liberty is at 15 minutes where the Punisher was Captain America. Well, with that context, great work on the names, frankly. Who else we got? Arms Brody, Duke Hunson, Brooker Brooks, Sparky Butane, Meat Larview. Meat Larview. Slip Slidin', Bull Gigante, Burn Blackmore, Scorch McFadden, Chief Caboose is a porn name. Okay, if we had gotten to Smoky Salmon, before I looked it up, I would Turbo Tanes? These are all names from Space Mutiny, aren't they? I'm not sure I can actually get over Meat Larview. That's incredible. These are so funny. Harry Hoodwink has a Facebook page, maybe it's Henry's relative. Where's Big McLarge Huge? I'm still waiting to turn the page and come across Sleeve McDykel. Oh boy. Jose Crescido, Hot Coals. That's a Kojima name right there. Hot Coals. Tomfoolery. Shifty Gomez. Motor Martino. Anvil Groves. Sam Scorcher. Muscles McPhee. There you go. Muscles McPhee on the San Francisco Giants. Kyle McNasty. Bopper O'Reilly. Typhoon Kuroi. Is that what they thought Japanese names were like? Ram Donaldson. Lightning Pete. Brutus McBain. Rebel Ruiz, Slider Fulton. This is incredible, Chad. This is incredible. The next time I write anything, I'm coming back to this issue for name inspiration. The Ballad of Brutus McBain. Oh my god, it keeps going. Slick Fits, Razor Sizemore, Raccoon Davies. Probably not related to Barry Davies. Sluggo Steel. Rock Ready Bolt Buzzard. Harry Heater. That sounds kind of dirty. Mookie Rollins. Adonis Shaw. Rocket O'Hara. Crash Cronkite. Shark Gonzalez. Ox Bunyan. Oh my god. BB Babcock is definitely a porn name. Bolt Buzzard is absolutely a Mega Man name, yeah. I don't know which of the X games it's from, but you know he's in there. Ox Bunyan is my Good lord. Alright, enough of that. Anything is possible, chat. And what an incredible piece of key art they chose to kick this one off with. Alright, this is probably the only information we are ever going to get on N64 Mission Impossible, so we're gonna comb through this one, alright? The mission is to create a game that thinks like a person, looks like a dream, and feels like you're in the middle of a heart-pounding nightmare. Ocean's development team may have its hands full in bringing to life Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible, but they have a high-tech dream machine to help them, the Nintendo 64. It looks just like Tom Cruise if you've never seen Tom Cruise. Honestly, it looks like they're trying to make key art out of the sprite art from the NES Mission Impossible, because that was a top-down game. It feels like they just tried to draw out one of the characters from the actual game. Oh, excuse me. Yada yada yada, fluff fluff fluff. Team has about a dozen programmers, artists, and designers. Over the past year, they spent all their waking hours creating a game that brings the thing to life. First design concepts put forth by the team include fully pre-rendered backgrounds like those you see in Killer Instinct 2. We thought we could make these beautiful backgrounds and have 3D characters moving around on them. That idea lasted about 2 or 3 minutes once we got the real specs on the Nintendo 64. They quickly realized that the real strength of the N64 is the ability to generate beautiful 3D environments in animation real time. Yeah, that's not how that breakdown reads, frankly. Silicon Graphics, meetings with Paramount. Began to Emerge was a game featuring complex relationships between characters. The player takes the role of Mission Impossible's Ethan Hunt. The game as they conceived it sends you off on various missions loosely based on the movie. Some of the missions, your goal is to gain access to a secure position, then escape. In order to stop a nuclear arms deal between the Russians and the Arabs, you must break into a heavily defended compound with guard towers and searchlights, not to mention armed guards, with orders to shoot anyone who looks like a CIA spy. They're finessing your way into the armory, you have to bust out again. Tuh. Yep, the Arabs. Translation, we're sold a bill of goods on this hardware. Yeah, seriously. Move down a bit. Other missions include covert trip to a foreign embassy, interrogation at the hands of treacherous CIA agents, escape from the CIA building, rendezvous at Waterloo Station, and to shoot him up on a speeding train. So this was not actually going to be based... It doesn't sound like this is actually going to be based on the movie, just more like parallel to it or inspired by it. Back from eating french fries, what have I missed? Not much. We went through the letters and the charts. there was a super chauvinistic letter that we went through and debunked. The new Ken Griffey Jr. game has some absolutely hilarious character names. And then we're talking about the Vaporware Mission Impossible game, which, as it turns out, wasn't even going to follow the plot of the Tom Cruise movie that closely. Letter? What letter? What's up, Tradon? Yeah, there was a real shitty letter, like, denying the existence of women in video games. Yeah, it was unpleasant, to say the least. Everything you do will influence how other characters react to you. All this is possible in part due to the N64's ability to handle graphics separate from other game calculations. I shall kill them. Well, we were speculating they probably grew up to be an incel or at the very least a gamer gator, so I think the joke's on them, really. Did not mention Samus, because of course it didn't. We're using Smart Cameraman. If you're walking over a grate, the camera angle may switch to a view that looks up at you from below the bars. Also explain that Cameron's AI would help the player in game by... I hate the term AI now. It's so loaded. I know exactly what they're talking about here. Just programmed behavior, intended to look like actual decision making, but man, just those two letters together makes my skin crawl now. I miss when AI meant enemy behavior. You, me, and everyone else. Intelligence of an electronic nature is also being worked on for the spoken or written message choices. Oh, like dialogue trees and stuff. That's interesting. This is a very ambitious sounding game. I mind it because AI is different from AI in popular usage, because AI in popular usage isn't AI, it's just a large language model and trust code. It is. But it's kind of cold comfort to me when, like, it's kind of subsumed the term AI. It really frustrates me that there's now a new term, like AGI or something, for what AI is actually supposed to be. What the end goal of it is. But, whatever. Let's see. Talking about texture maps, 32 by 32 pixel texture maps, polygon counts for humans. Talks about some of the programming challenges. 250 polygons per human. Wow, yeah. Concept art by Western Game Team looks pretty anime. It does, doesn't it? Let's see that. The term AGI has been around? Did not actually know that. You know, the advanced AI of the fish in Call of Duty they're written about once. They move out of your way. All right, so, I mean, that's it. That's all we got on this. And this is probably the last we'll ever hear of it or see of it. This game never came into being, chat. And I'm not super surprised because their concept for it is highly aspirational. They wanted to do things in this game that still aren't all that easy to do now, so. I don't know if Ocean ever made a 3D game. It's a big ask for Ocean, of all people. Wikipedia says it came out in 1998. Really? The development of Mission Impossible is marred by an overestimation of what the Nintendo 64 could do, resulting in the game not materializing as intended. Okay, so this, along with the fact that developers refused to publish a substandard project, caused the game to be continually delayed. In late 1997, after acquiring Ocean, French video game company Infogrames put a new team in charge of the project. When Infogrames took over production, the game was not in a playable state and only ran at 4 frames per second. So I think it's fairly accurate to say this game never came out, but something cobbled together from its bones did come out. Yeah, a Mission Impossible came out. I mean, I won't split hairs on. I won't argue with y'all, but clearly the ambitious game that is outlined here never saw the light of day. What I'm getting from the Wikipedia page is that it was a much more conventional, like, third-person shooter affair. Twould be cool to see it. I don't have a copy of it, unfortunately. Yeah. I mean, if I did, I would definitely have remembered, so. But Mowhawk and Headphone Jack? I bet we could play this thing. Meet Mowhawk, a freewheeling CD collecting funkster with a unique sense, personal style. It has green hair, bad shades, and no respect at all for the law of gravity. The sort of game it sounds like they wanted to make was not possible for the N64, yeah. This game will give you motion sickness. Great. Great. I am so happy about that. It's cool in concept and not fun. Love this ugly style of mascot. Reminds me of like Garbage Pail Kids. Something about it. Like I think the baby face with like the cut abs just makes me think of that. THQ has created new characters, new worlds, an entirely new kind of challenge. Mowhawk is faster than a hurried hedgehog. Wonder why they keep referencing hedgehogs, chat. Seems awfully suspicious. Making a conscious effort there. He squeezes through more pipes than a plunging plumber, and he changes into more shapes than an egg-spitting dinosaur. I mean, you can't fool me, Nintendo Power. I see what you're doing there. You can reference your own properties all you want, but you bring up the hedgehog, I know exactly what you're doing. He's bad. Good news is Mowhawk is in great shape. He's ready to go wherever his search for CDs takes him. So we're mainly just collecting CDs, huh? Okay. He did spit eggs. He did, yeah. Unless they're talking about Birdo. Birdo up. CD's nuts. Mowhawk's secret weapon is losing his head. Tap the X button to see the ultimate headbanger explosion. Grab your... Chat, they even say, sick yet? Grab your air sickness bag and hold on for the ride. If spinning and running in circles makes you dizzy, this game will leave you gasping for breath. They walk on ceilings, run up walls, and fall through skies. Worst of all, the world spins around them. Oof. MP fake Yoshi's Island fans. Trans icon Birdo. Trans icon Birdo. With 7 totally twisted levels and 18 original rock riffs, Mowhawk and Headphone Jack is much more than a walk in a park. We're covering the first part of the game this month. To learn to navigate levels 4 through 7, you'll have to check out next month's issue. So they're actually dragging this game out over 2 months, chat. Oh god. Oh god, these levels look like a nightmare. These look awful. Mark begins his quest in a giant vault that may seem small to other heroes when you can jump down and drop up. There's lots to explore. Space levels your chance to get used to zero gravity. Take away the one hope kids have navigating the hellscape we've designed for them. This game, absolutely not. Lots of secret walls you can push through. Jungle warfare. So his bosses are kind of cool looking, like this big tiki mask looking dude down here. A really seriously fucked up looking octopus. The wet zone. I can make so many jokes right now. Oh no. My posters fell down, chat. Happens from time to time. My old Mega Man 3 poster. On the back, oh! On the back of this is the Dracula's Curse map. That's pretty cool. Posters are a bit worse for wear. I have to admit. Top tier fucked up octopus. Cyberpunk literally had nothing to showcase during this time is what I'm taking away from this lengthy article. Yeah, I mean, the fact they're spreading across 2 issues is ridiculous. When do we play it? When somebody requests it. But I get the feeling that chat as a whole is having mercy on me because it's so triggering of motion sickness. I mean, it's not just me either. It sounds like this one would just be a straight unpleasant viewing experience. So, yeah, if y'all really want to request it, you can, but I'm telling you, we'd only play it for like 2 or 3 minutes. Because I am not going to risk making myself nauseous. I mean, put up the coins if you want. I'm definitely not going to do it of my own accord. Morph into Frogman Mowhawk for taking on that grouchy looking octo enemy that controls this level. Alright. We will play this until the exact moment that I first start to feel bad. Good? Yeah, we're good. It's gonna be really funny if this is the only thing we end up playing tonight. People just like to watch the streamer roll. Let's see what we got, chat. Do the damn thing. It's true, Your Honor. This man has no dick. So you can hedgehog up. Twitch is already feeling sick. Oh, my Lord in heaven. Oh, sweet Jesus. No story at all to justify this mess. I suppose they deserve Wow, this camera is bad enough. Game looks whack. This game sounds like that one diabetes superhero game. Does gravity change the world shifts? No, gravity isn't changing here. Okay, I've had enough of this. I can't do any more of this. It's super fucking disorienting. It is so incredibly disorienting. It's not, I mean, I'm sure it gets worse as the game goes on. It's not even the rotating camera. It's how violently it whips around all the time. Like, the camera is just, like, the camera moves too fast for how fast you move through the game. It's just really unpleasant. Yeah, nothing about that looked pleasant. Oh my god. Sad CG Lobo. Don't think this one was ever released. Let me check. Because if we can play this, we should play this. Oh no, I think you're right. Yeah, this is on Super Nintendo. Yeah, I don't have a ROM for this. I guess it didn't happen. Well, let's learn about it. And the main man himself. Listen up, fanboys. For those of you who ain't in the know, I'm Lobo, and I'm the best of the best. I'm the meanest, toughest fighter this side of the Magadon cluster. Boy, that sounds weird now. The Magadon. And any Phoebe who says different is gonna get a grenade for lunch. Lobo is basically like Space Wolverine. DC really wanted like a trash talking semi-immortal anti-hero. And they came up with this. He looks like Space Ron Jeremy. He does, doesn't he? I would not be surprised if that was actually central to his concept. Definitely like a Marvel parody character. Love the Marvel vs. DC crossover where Wolverine fought Lobo. Oh, yeah, and the whole thing happens off, like, off camera. From the page of DC Comics comes Lobo, the cigar-chomping, leather-jacketed interstellar bounty hunter of ill repute and the biggest pain in the galaxy. Ocean America is developing a tournament fighter based on this best-selling character. We've got an exclusive preview. So this was meant to be a Street Fighter-like, chat. Fair, they did use him well, and sometimes he was in Superman the animated series a couple times. That's a good spot for him. It was. That's mainly what I know Lobo from, were his appearances in the animated series. And yeah, he was fine there. I mean, I can't really imagine being a Lobo fan. Like, it's like, Lobo, like, to me, Lobo is like if you tried to play Deadpool straight. It just doesn't work. Yeah. There's no way they could portray that in something approaching all ages. Yeah. Modes of play. It's a fighting game. Solo mode pits against 6 of the deadliest beings in the galaxy. Yada yada yada. I think Lobo can work and play the 90s greediness for laughs. Yeah, I mean, he would have made a solid, like, inside joke character, like a solid, you know, critique of, like, Liefeld and his ilk, poking fun at it and whatnot. Liking the color on his logo? It is actually pretty nice. The blue highlights give it a lot of depth. Lobo is the sole survivor of the planet Zarnia, but don't feel too sorry for him. He's the one who destroyed it. As part of Lobo's rehabilitation, Vril Dox drafted him into the interstellar police force known as Legion. Oh, he's a cop, chat. After an argument over his paycheck, Lobo decided to go back to his previous profession, bounty hunting, to make some extra credits. Dox, however, is not about to let Lobo get away so easily. They never do. Never do. All right, so who's in this? A whole bunch of fuckers I have never heard of. There is Denitro, Lou, Kringle, and Shaola. Kringle is basically Bad Santa. It's a wrestling thing. It's a street fighting thing. It's a Street Fighter like. And not a very impressive looking one, if you ask me. It's some games. I do think from this era of like pre-rendered stuff, I think some games don't really photograph very well. Robert De Nitro, yeah. There's Lobo and Dox. And then they got some special tips for specific characters like Lobo and Shaola. The attacks don't look that interesting either. They're mostly like double or triple taps. It looks like everybody gets at least one like quarter circle move. There's all characters in Lobo's comic books, but fuck if I'm admit to reading those. Yeah, I don't know enough about Lobo to say, and I mean, I'm sorry, they just don't look very interesting on the surface. So yeah, and only 6 characters. 6 characters in a fighting game seems pretty well inadvisable. So, moving on. Here we go, chat. Here we go. You want to get really mad tonight? I can already tell this basically went the way we predicted. Let the hate flow. Oh, trade on. Oh, trade on. Best story didn't have a lot of competitors, yeah. Oh lord. All right, best sound, DKC2. I mean, it absolutely should have gone to Chrono Trigger. It absolutely should have, but I can't pretend to be surprised at any category that DKC2 won. This was a game everyone was hyped about. This was a game that Nintendo was pushing. Do you want me to check? I can check real quick. Let me embiggen for a second while I go in here. I don't need that. I need... There we go. Okay, hang on. Because this was from... Let's see here. Was this March? Yeah, it was March. Power Wars are on 92. No, okay. It's right here. Best story? It was between Scooby-Doo, Syndicate, and Dragon the Bruce Lee story for third place. So, it was going to be something laughable. At least Chrono Trigger and Earthbound floated to the top in this particular punch bowl. Anyway, back to May. So there's a question how many people played them at that point. That too. Oh, get rid of the sidebar. Boop. Yeah, best story. I mean, sure, whatever. When those are your options, who fucking cares what's in third? Best graphics, DKC2, followed by Killer Instinct. I'm biased on this one. I don't like ACM. I don't like the pre-rendered style that Rare was pushing at the time. I 100% believe Super Mario World 2 should have gotten this one, but it is what it is, chat. Best sports game, NHL 96, fine, whatever, who cares. Best challenge, DKC2, followed by Yoshi's Island, followed by Mortal Kombat 3. I kind of feel like this was sort of interpreted as like just harder means better, and that's always a threat when trying to do some kind of like best challenge category. Best play control, Yoshi's Island won this one over KI and DKC2. That's good. That makes me happy at least. 30's on, Yoshi's Island is the obvious choice. I wasn't having Nintendo Power Rio's a big condition. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. This is just a straight popularity contest in the moment, and like Nintendo Power themselves were definitely putting their thumbs on the scale here. They definitely wanted first party to win. Best multiplayer game, KI over MK3. The Owie Award, like for violence, Doom won this one. I think that's fair. Best epic game, Chrono Trigger, Earthbound, and Evermore. I like that. Best hero, Yoshi beat out Diddy. Color me shocked. I can't believe it. Best game based on a movie. This is bullshit. This is straight bullshit. That Toy Story game is ass. It is unrelenting ass. Judge Dredd was not very good. True Lies should have won here. True Lies was shockingly fun. Yeah, it's famous Kusoge, yeah. This one under me is Best Tournament Fighter. KI took this one as well over MK3. I don't know if it was Mortal Kombat fatigue or just KI was like new and unique and exciting or whatever, but it surprises me a little bit. Do you think we should turn to rating violent things as their owie factor? I agree wholeheartedly. Worst villain, Captain K. Rool, I think we predicted. Shao Kahn in second, and then who the fuck? Does anyone even know who Idol is, really? Best puzzle game, Zoop? Zoop took it, chat. I think we were on board with that. Funniest being Earthworm, wow. Wow, there's a depressing one for you, chat. The top 3 for funniest. Earthworm Jim 2, Booger Man, and both of those beat out Earthbound. That hurts. No, it's totally kids. No, I get that. I get that. But I'm a grown-ass adult reading a paid advertisement booklet for kids from the 90s. I can make as much hay of this as I want. Best goodie / sidekick, the Spider from DKC2, followed by Cranky Kong and Rush from Mega Man 7. Get a tiny, just a little token Mega Man representation here. Most innovative game, Yoshi's Island. I mean, we live here in the future, chat, where we know that Earthbound's shadow is far longer than any of these other ones. But they didn't know that at the time. Like, with the benefit of hindsight and, like, historical reference, Earthbound absolutely deserved to win this one. Despite the fact that it's essentially a Dragon Quest pastiche. Yoshi's Island was pretty innovative for a platformer, though, and then Ogre Battle was unlike anything anybody had seen, so I think, if anything, that one probably should have won. God, there's a lot of these. Coolest code / trick. Mortal Kombat 3 code, the Street Fighter Mega Man, and hidden players and play options. They didn't even mention what game that was from. Like, what the fuck? Worst baddie, the juggler from Chrono Trigger. I don't even remember how annoying these guys were. Reminds us of one Tumblr post about how someone thought Serena from Sailor Moon was annoying because she's such a lazy brat. Only rewatched the series as an adult and realized Serena being a lazy brat who complained too much is the ultimate adult fantasy, yeah. Of course not, is it? Coolest weapon, chainsaw from Doom. There you go. I think we called that one. That's how I think kids don't appreciate Earthbound's thing. Yeah. You know, in that context, Arcane, I think you have a very, very, very good point there. Best ending, Chrono Trigger. Thank you. Thank you for that. This one, I remember this one was Chrono Trigger by a mile. Coolest move, Fulgor's mech head danger. I mean, that's fine. This category didn't really interest me at all. Most annoying feature, I knew it. I knew it, chat. It's really not that annoying, but people are babies, ironically. And then I'm covering up coolest transportation, which ended up being the Epoch Time Machine from Chrono Trigger, followed by Yoshi and then the UFO from Earthbound. So that's a nice little selection. And then the best game winners overall. I mean, I'm gonna admit to just being straight up surprised by this. Chrono Trigger taking the cake over DKC 2 is honestly shocking to me. The votes were close between first and second place when the ballots were tallied. Chrono Trigger edged Donkey Kong Country 2 for the best Super NES game award of the year. DKC and Yoshi split the vote. You might have a point there, yeah. You might have a point. Best Virtual Boy game. Hey, Wario Land got it. Wario Land is basically the realest game on that system. So cool. Best Game Boy game, Donkey Kong Land. There was no surprise there. Kirby's Dream Land 2 in second, and then Defender Jet. We knew, because I think two of the old arcade revivals were on there. We knew one of them was gonna make it in here. Chrono Edge Donkey Kong is not something I thought I'd hear tonight. Still, don't underestimate the SNES RPG fandom. Yeah, true. I mean, I'm kind of falling into the same pitfall that I think a lot of marketing and publishing execs did, where they just did not understand the thirst for RPGs on these systems. I'm not mad, chat. I'm not mad. The anger-inducing ones were few and far between. Yeah, it wasn't too painful. Yeah. They were wrong in exactly the ways we'd recited. I know, I feel ripped off. I was ready to just launch into a rant tonight. I was ready to just tear into this, but yeah, Zoop won. For Christ's sake, Zoop got to win. It wasn't all bad. It wasn't even mostly bad. Surprised Amos is actually understandable. Yeah, really. Really. Alright, what's past this? Classified information. Nosferatu. You can get a red crystal refill. Special passwords for Syndicate. Playable Ivan Ooze in the Power Rangers game. Uppercut to the upper levels in MK3. Stage select in Flintstones. Sudden Death Mode in Bomberman 2. And plays Idol code in KI. You want to see some Nosferatu? Yeah, okay. I am really tired at the moment, but the more we can get done tonight, the more likely we are to finish the magazine on Saturday. So yeah, let me see what else I can power through before I just pass the fuck out. No, it's cool. It's cool. I was debating putting it off until Saturday. I'm not gonna not do it because I know Nosferatu is a big hit around here. But yeah, I'll go ahead and throw myself at it tonight. It is a really neat game. It is really, really neat. The moon is dyed in blood. Bat departs from a forbidden castle into the night. Yeah, opening for this game's badass too. Zeta! His name is whispered in fear. Nosferatu, creature of night. Creature of night, night creature. You've seen his face and lived to speak of it. Nosferatu would never. None who have ventured near his resting place have ever returned to tell of it. Every night, transforming into bat or wolf, he seeks innocent blood of vampire. None know the victim's fate of those taken to his... Yeah. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading now. It's okay about Stephen Miller. Moo. Pit pat, pit pat, pit pat, pit pat. Thud. Ah, there we go. There we go. It's an out of this world, like... Where's that fucking bad guy who's trying to fuck on me? There we go. I'm sorry, I just zoned for a second. I want to learn to draw as well as this game looks. Gross, you went all goopy. Specific feel is along with flashback of Prince of Persia. Blarg, I'm dead. Continue. Alright, I gotta be honest, I'm too tired to get anywhere in this tonight. We can't... You can re-request this on Saturday if you want. I'm just... I'm just having a lot of trouble keeping it together tonight, and I need to go to bed, so... I pushed myself real hard last night. But yeah, we will come back to classified information in just a quick peek. Oh. Okay. I think Saturday will be really interesting then. Saturday will be really, really cool. Okay, so tomorrow night, indie variety night. I need as much sleep as I can because I love indie variety nights. I want to cram as many games in as possible. We'll be back here on Saturday. Sunday, Satisfactory, big Satisfactory night. Gonna do a whole lot of stuff in that. Monday, we'll be doing Samsara Room for the Keep Escape series. And then Tuesday and Wednesday streams will be determined on that by Democratic stuff. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week, those are the last evening streams. of the old schedule that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be doing open requests. If you want to request something, do it through Discord. You can look in the next game channel for that. I am going to find somebody to raid because, yeah, I'm just like, And no one I am following is up right now. Oh, interesting. So I will just let you all go tonight. So yeah, anyway, gang, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Thanks for joining me for, I guess, the first half of the Power Hours of May 1996. We basically got through half the magazine. I'm happy. I'm very happy with our progress. I think the only thing that could really trip us up on Saturday is maybe Lufia 2, but I think we can be reasonable about that. We can manage it. We'll have 3 hours on Saturday anyway, so there'll be plenty of time to power on through. So, but hopefully I will see you all out tomorrow for Indie Variety Night. But until then, as always, you all take care. Bye, everybody.